It's good for search engine optimization benefits for those of you who want to build your website up on Google. Get up on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, set up those profiles, and the search engines will reward you for it. Thirdly, you want to be on social media to handle customer relations. You want to connect with your target audience in a way that they understand and in a way that they use on a regular basis. Social media is a great way to do that. It's free. It's probably the easiest way to connect with people. And, they're always using it. They're always on Facebook. And not only will you reach your audience, but you'll reach their friends. So that's a really big reason why you want to be on social media.
Okay. With all the social networks that are out there, can you kind of give us some insight as which one is the best?
It's hard to say. It really depends on your industry. It depends on who you're trying to reach, who your target demographic is. For instance, if you're a B2B company, you definitely want to be on LinkedIn. It's the -- corporate networking website in the world. There's over 250 million users, I think, as well as Google+. But if you're more B2C, so if you're in food and bev or a hotel or a clothing designer, you want to be on the more visual websites like Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook, because that's where your market is. That's where they're sharing those pictures and they're getting ideas. They're shopping online through these social networks. So it depends on who you're trying to reach and what your competitors are doing, what websites they're currently using to reach their market. Because you kind of want to do the same thing as your competitors, make sure that you're on the same networks and they're not pushing you down. There's also what I like to call the Big Seven, and they're the 7 most influential social networks on the web. If you have a profile set up on these 7 networks, you are more likely to appear in the search engines, you're more likely to get in front of the people you want to get in front of, and ultimately be more successful on the web. And those 7 are Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, YouTube, Pinterest, and Instagram. And it's a lot of networks, it's a lot of time, a lot of setup, but once you're set up and active, the search engines will see that, they'll reward you for it, and if somebody goes looking for you on one of those websites, you're already there, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay. So you did mention it's a lot of time to set up.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously a lot of time to maintain, especially if you were if you're doing 2 or 3, it's a lot to maintain. So how do you find time to do such a thing?
Well, actually, once you set up everything, you want to see which websites are actually working for you. You don't want to spend hours and hours a day on the social networks that aren't bringing in any sales. So after 3 months or so, you see Facebook is working well for you, or YouTube is working well for you. Then concentrate more on those. You don't want to waste time on LinkedIn or Google+ if it's not bringing in any traffic to your website. There's also a bunch of really good social media management tools like Hootsuite and TweetDeck. There's a bunch of different ones. Facebook will allow you to schedule your posts ahead of time so you can nail everything down on a Monday and it's set for the rest of the week. Once you have everything